Hello everyone, hope you're doing great. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are diving into a very crucial topic for anyone who's planning to study, work or migrate to Canada. We're talking about credential evaluation. So what exactly is credential evaluation? It's a process where your educational qualifications from outside Canada are assessed to determine their equivalency in Canadian education system. This step is essential to ensure that your academic achievements, they are recognized here in Ontario, whether you are applying for jobs, further education or immigration. Now, as we know what is credential evaluation, question that comes in mind is that why credential evaluation is important. So let's talk about that. Credential evaluation, it plays a vital role, especially for immigration. It helps Canadian authorities, employers, and educational institutes to understand the value of your foreign credentials. This is particularly important for those applying for permanent residency under certain immigration streams where an educational credential assessment, which is also called ECA, it is required. Credential evaluation, it is often a mandatory requirement for immigration applications as well. It helps immigration officers to assess your eligibility based on your education, your skills, your qualifications, and your degrees. If you are eligible according to your credential evaluation for that particular stream, whether it's study permit, work permit, or permanent residency, then you can start applying for that particular status. I have listed a couple of points regarding credential evaluation, why it's vital for immigration processes. Let's talk about that. Firstly, it ensures your qualification meets Canadian standards. Second, it enhances your job prospects. Thirdly, it supports education and training goals that you might have. It also facilitates professional licensing and certification if your profession is a regulated profession. It also shows employers what you are qualified for. It also helps to understand the types of job you might be eligible for. So it defines your eligibility criteria for particular jobs. It also determines if your credentials meet Canadian standards. Now we know what is credential evaluation and why it is important. Now let's talk about the different organizations that provide credential evaluation in Ontario. So I'm going to talk about some of the major organizations that provide credential evaluation. There are few recognized organizations in Canada that you can approach for credential evaluations, especially if you are in Ontario. On top of my list is World Education Services, which is also known as WES. This organization, it provides credential evaluation services. I will post the link in the description box so you can further explore this website. So what you do, you submit your documents online and then send the required academic records directly from your institution to WES. Talking about the time frame, typically it's 7 business days after all the documents are received, but it might change according to their availability and how busy they are. The type of evaluations they provide, it's document by document, course by course, and also ECA for immigration. So later in the vlog, I'm going to talk about these types of evaluations in a bit of detail. The second organization is International Credential Assessment Services of Canada, known as ICAS, ICAS. They normally take 6 to 8 weeks to process your application, but it might vary according to what kind of evaluation you need. Either you need a general assessment, comprehensive assessment, or an ECA for immigration. Third organization is Comparative Education Services, which is CES. This is located at the University of Toronto. Procedure is almost the same. You apply online and you have your academic records sent directly from your institute to CES. The processing time for your application usually is 10 to 12 weeks or 15 to 20 days, and it totally depends on the type of evaluation you're looking for. Now let's talk about the type of credential evaluations these organizations provide. The first one is general evaluation. It assesses the overall equivalency of your foreign education, document by document. Now let's talk about comprehensive report or course by course report. It identifies, describes, and provides equivalency for each credential, and it lists all the subjects with their corresponding credits, grades, and a calculated GP expressed in US terms. So this is appropriate for admissions to higher education, professional licensing, or any other purpose where detailed course analysis is required. Then you will go for the comprehensive or course by course report. Another evaluation is professional evaluation. It evaluates your qualifications for specific professions or occupations. For example, pharmacy, medical evaluations, and nursing evaluations. Then we have the academic evaluation. It assesses the equivalency of your foreign education for further study. And the last one is the evaluation that you require when you're planning to migrate to Canada. This is particularly important for those applying for permanent residency under certain immigration streams, where an educational credential assessment, ECA, it is required. Now let's talk about the procedure, the cost, and the time frame for these evaluations. The specific procedures, the cost, and the timeline, it may vary slightly between organizations. However, the general process typically involves, first, you submit the documents. You will need to provide copies of your educational certificates, transcripts, and any supporting documentations. Then is evaluation. The organization will assess your qualifications against Canadian standards. And the last is issuing a report. Once the evaluation is complete, you will receive a report detailing the equivalency of your foreign credentials. Of course, the report depends on what type of evaluation you're looking for. Now, as far as the fee or the cost for the credential evaluation depends, it can vary depending on the organization and the complexity of your qualification. It is very important to check the individual websites for the most accurate pricing information. And for that reason, I'll be posting the link for all the 3 organizations which we spoke about earlier in the description box, so you can further explore. Talking about the time frame, the processing time, it can range from few weeks to several months, depending on the workload of the organization as well as the type of credential evaluation you're looking for. So it is advisable to start the evaluation process well in advance of your planned immigration or employment timeline. Now let's talk about how to choose the right organization. So we mentioned 3 organizations here. Now the question is that which organization best suits me? So there's some considerations you have to keep in mind when you're choosing an organization. You have to consider the type of credential evaluation you require, the time frame, and of course the cost. Because each organization has its own strengths, so pick the one that best fits your specific situation. So you are the judge. You have to pick and choose that what kind of credential evaluation you require and which organization you will choose for that. And of course, keep the prices, the time frame, and everything else in your consideration. And for that, I'll definitely recommend to explore the web links that I will post in the description box to further explore those organizations that provide you credential evaluation, so you can better judge which one fits your specific needs. Credential evaluation is a key step in ensuring your qualifications are recognized here in Ontario, Canada. Whether for immigration, work, or study, getting the process right can make a big difference in your journey. This brings us to the end of our blog. I hope you found this information helpful. If you have any questions or need further clarification, please leave a comment below. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more informative content. I'll be back very soon with another amazing vlog. Till then, take care of yourself. Bye-bye.